We gonna rock onto Electric Avenue, and then we take it higher. Hello, everyone.
Hi. Well,
Sarah, Boris, hi. Sorry if my audio is a little loud.
hey, friends.
Don't talk directly into the microphone. So I have them over there. First time without a guide, yeah. And Boris, how did I know that you would be the one pointing that out?
By the way, thanks for telling me we were going live. I appreciate the heads
I
up.
did. When I say hello, everyone, you know exactly who I'm talking
Yeah,
to.
but yeah, I know, but that's not warning me. That's like, hey, we're live right now.
I think
I
it's
could
more
have been
fun
like,
for. I think spontaneous Jack is a lot of fun.
yeah, but what if I was like picking my nose or something? Which,
How many
let's be honest,
years of bad decision streams did you watch?
yeah,
This
that's
is the other,
true.
this is the other thing. Reason why you should be the producer. We have an echo of Ian. Okay, hold on.
Oh, that's probably my fault because you're. I need to probably turn you down in my ears. Damn it! Let Ian talk.
Test. Test.
How how's that, friends?
Let us
Hey,
know.
Russell.
Hey, Russell.
Thanks for letting me know, Russell.
Yeah, let us know if that's better, Sarah.
Yeah, I'm actually getting a new headset because these are broken. So yeah, no, yeah, no. I was about to start trashing Steel Series, but I'm not going to do that.
Not a sponsor. That's all we need
No,
to say. Hashtag not a
absolutely
sponsor.
not.
However, Steel Series, if you want to sponsor us,
Sure, but just ignore me.
I
Hi,
have
Grim.
I have been waiting to sell out for years. Did I schedule it at 5:30? I don't know if I scheduled it at 5:30.
I mean, that would have been me that scheduled
I
it.
don't. Jack, we
But
should we should talk, buddy.
Okay, what?
I'm having
Am I?
a bad month.
Oh, I thought it was a hey Jack, hey, take a seat. We need to talk, and you were
No,
gonna
no,
like
no,
fire
no.
me because
No,
I scheduled.
you think that I would out you on the if it were the podcast? Maybe. 'Cause, that's the
Wait,
podcast is-
You would fire me from the
I
podcast
wouldn't
on the
fire
podcast?
you, but if we had to have a tough conversation, I'd be like, Jack, we need to talk, buddy. You know, because the podcast is sort of like art. But no, I've had a rough month.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
I thought that 2021 was gonna be a little less than 2020.
see, I didn't. I knew it was gonna be 2020 part two. I knew it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not less than 2020. It's just different. It's just like in some ways it's more stressful because like for me and pardon the quarantine talk, everyone. I apologize. We're so inundated with it, and we're here to. Oh, we should say you are in the Hangout stream. Well, not really. This is the Rewatch
No.
stream. We're gonna watch the Angel episode reunion, which is season 2, episode 10. We are not allowed to stream the episode into YouTube. So I have a playhead down here, which is our version of the video. And these are rips directly from the Euro DVDs that we do not have a previously on Angel. So, no, and we're not starting at 16. But you need to queue up your DVDs, queue up your copy, wherever it is, and we'll get started in a minute here after we're done saying hello to everyone and
Hi, everyone.
having a chat. But no, it has not been a good month. Yeah, it's not just the videos either. There's a whole bunch of there's just stuff that's a bummer to talk about.
By the way, it's good to have you back, and it's good to be doing this again.
It is
I
good to
say
be
that
doing
as
this
if we
again,
haven't
yeah.
been like hanging out and talking for the last week or so.
Well, no, but we haven't been hanging out and talking with all of you, so it's good
With
to
our
see
friends
all of you.
here.
Thank you,
Oh,
Lauren. I appreciate it. Yeah, and you've got Darla and Drew looking over your shoulder. Yeah, just I'm of a particular age where parents are of a particular age and grandparents are of a particular age, and my family and I don't get along very well. It's kind of those we'll see you at funerals kind of families.
Yeah.
and just the month's been exhausting. Lonnie and I are trying to do some things on the home front that are proving to be a lot more difficult. And just, I just thought, I don't know. Why did I think it would be easier, Jack? Why?
Because you are hopeful, Ian. You are positive, and you are hopeful, and you are...
Yeah. I cannot shake... So the entire boat fallacy was... This is not a boat, no, but the entire idea was like wiping the slate. Like, I was deeply depressed at that time in my life. By the way, if you don't know the boat story, it's a Nerd Chipper video. You can go to the channel and search Nerd Chipper boat. It's one of my best stories. But the entire boat fallacy was like driven by emotional discomfort and emotional problems, and just being like, I'm going to just change everything. And the thing is, like, the lesson of that entire experience is you can't wipe the slate when you are the slate. Like, you carry you wherever you go. You know what I mean? And so, like, I don't know why it would even be a surprise that I moved to New York and, I'm still struggling, like, with the... I've been trying really... Jack, it's so good to talk to you. I've been trying really hard to not get into TikTok. It's like I just don't... It seems to cater to my ADD. It seems to cater... And I feel like I've finally reached the age where I'm like, okay, here's my cutoff point. Like, I think I missed Instagram. Twitter is kind of like the end, and I'm like, okay, Twitter, and that's it. And then, like, the rest can come and go, and I'll be okay. But my friend Ryan, who we've been friends since we were 16 years old, has been sending me TikToks trying to get me into TikTok, which I'm like, I don't need to get into TikTok.
Sending me TikToks too, but it's ridiculous stuff I don't care about. So I'm like, thanks, that was really funny.
Yeah, and so he sent me this TikTok yesterday after we had a long talk about the state of the business and the state of self-employment and all of that, especially after coming out of quarantine, which we're not really coming out of. That's being in the States. Give in to TikTok, just ration the time.
It's a shit show here still.
Yeah, he sent me this thing about, like, so what is this dude describing his ADD as high-grade perfectionism with deep fear of failure and inability to hit the target, combined with what was that and the other thing, and I was just like, oh,
it feel.
Yeah. It was like, oh, that's every guide, that's every script. To some degree, the thing that I've discovered is that when I was employed, I was working 50, 60 hours a week for LinkedIn, and then had 2 days to just script and get the video done. And it was like, and at that time too, I was in deep denial that anyone was following me, that there were subscribers or fans or whatever. I refused to let that in. And so in my head, it was like, it's just me, bang out the thing, get the script done. I would write a script in 1 day, record it that evening, and then edit all day the next day and publish at 1 a.m. Sunday, and then go back to work and do another, like, that was, but then when I was doing that before, I would burn out, and then I wouldn't touch the channel for like 6 months.
These were like 5 to 7 minute videos too, not these 40-minute epics.
Yeah, Into the Woods was 40 minutes long. Yeah, so that when's it gonna stop, Jack?
Never. It doesn't. I mean, no. Actually, no. That was quite nihilistic of me. I apologize.
Boris, you saying audiences can be intimidating? That just makes I just want to hug you.
Imagine Boris in his underwear. Wait, what? No.
No. The other thing too is I'm working on this short film project I showed you these eight short stories. That's kind of, I had it kind of circling around in my head, and then I watched Bo Burnham's Inside, and I was like, oh, that's the format. Is like the stories just kind of flow into each other as the lead character, which is me, goes over the course of his day. And with all the like high grade Jack all pass, says Russell. With all the high
And
grade
Boris says nobody wants that.
with all the
I'm
high
sure
grade
someone out there
anxiety,
does. With
all the
the
high grade
internet is-
anxiety, I was watching a Parks and Recreation episode, and there's an episode of Parks and Recreation where I've seen two response. Lonnie has one response to anxiety, and then is like, okay, light speed. I've got to get everything done. I've got to do all the things, and I've got to do them all right now. And I have the opposite response to anxiety, which is catatonic shutdown, where I'm just like,
Me, I have panic attacks and feel like I'm gonna die.
yeah, I emotionally shut down. I close myself off. And I was watching an episode of Parks and Recreation where Ron gets a hernia, and he says, instead of going to the hospital, he just sits in his chair motionless the whole day, and he said, I had a hernia. I've had it for a while. I was denying it successfully, but then I sneezed.
Oh,
I made the
yeah.
mistake of sneezing. He says, but if I just sit here and don't move, I'm good. I got this. And I was like, that's my anxiety. That's exactly how I respond to anxiety. It's just, if I don't move, the world can't hurt me.
Boris, that's one of my favorite cold openings from The Office. That's great. Oh my god, it's happening! It's happening!
Boom roasted.
Everybody
I
stay
also now have
calm.
context for boom roasted. Yeah. Anyway, sorry to go off on a. It's been a
okay.
stressful.
I feel
Yeah.
you, buddy.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird to feel both exhausted and emotionally constipated. How does that?
I've been feeling
Yeah.
similarly.
They're strangely related.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, should we watch? How are you doing, Jack? I just went off on a babble. You got your first
I'm
shot.
okay. I'm tired. It's 7:13 in the morning here, so I'm tired, and I didn't sleep well last night simply because I got into bed and my brain was like, hey Jack, do you know you have to get up at 5? You know, you have to wake up at 5 a.m. And I'm like, yes, brain, I know. Can you shut up so I can sleep? He's like, no, I cannot. But no, it's fine. I don't know. I'm okay. I had my first COVID jab a couple of days ago, so that,
you
that
guys
was nice.
got a shot other than Pfizer a month or two ago, and you waited for the Pfizer shot. Is that right?
That was actually a couple of months ago at this point. Yeah. What happened was the government the day before I was supposed to get it, the government issued this warning that people
Johnson
under the
I think it
age
was?
of no, this was the AstraZeneca one. I don't think
yeah.
we have the Johnson & Johnson one here. It's either AstraZeneca or Pfizer here, but there was the blood clot risk and because of my health problems, the doctor I saw was willing to give it to me, but I chickened out, which I kind of regretted, but it's all good now, I guess.
Yeah.
But I had a COVID scare, was it last weekend? I don't know. Time is weird in pandemic
Yes.
time. Is weird. But I had a mild COVID scare. I went and got tested, and luckily I had my results in like 6 hours, so I didn't spend too much time worrying about it. But I just woke up feeling really like fevery and stuff, and then but I was fine the next day, so I have no idea what it was.
Well, it's good to be doing it again.
Yes.
I mean, talking on camera with our
Yeah.
our internet friends.
Our friends. Hey,
yeah.
friend.
Hi, friends on the internet. How are you?
But
Sorry if that was
All right.
sultry.
you're always sultry, Ian. You saucy minx. You saucy minx.
Tom, hi. Time is
Oh,
an
Tom.
illusion.
Hey, buddy.
All right, so we're gonna hit play here in just a minute. I'm sorry if my sound is peaking. We are watching Angel season 2 episode 10. This is Reunion. This is the first episode of the Hangout that I do not have an episode guide, and I really wanted to have it up and done by the time the hangout was.
It's not like you
Someday.
said you would or anything.
I did say I would, and I should know
I know you
better.
did. I'm sorry.
Every time.
I was trying to help.
Yeah. All right. So
Let's
shall
do
we?
it. Mm-hmm.
All right. So the way we do it is we 3, 2, 1, and then go.
Wait, was that go?
No, we go 3, 2, 1, then go.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Cool.
Double checking that I'm not playing the audio into it.
My audio is really, really soft, but that's
Thank
okay.
you, Russell. I appreciate it. So these two episodes, I'm pretty sure that, and I always say this because I'm in the midst of reviewing it, but this run
Mhm.
from here to the trial is my favorite bit of Angel.
From here to
From
the what?
from season 2. This
Yeah,
run in season 2,
I
the trial reunion,
I love it too.
probably my favorite run. It may have passed season
From
5 for me.
from like the trial to the end of the season, I freaking love it. It's all just phenomenal. Like we have the Holt stuff coming up too, right?
Well, I think here's one of the things I'm struggling with. This is a great episode. This is one of the
Oh, it's
most
amazing.
memorable episodes in
Phenomenal.
the series. It is so good, followed by my second least favorite run in the entire series.
That's
The Thin Red Line.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the upcoming 4 episodes have some fun stuff in it, but the way this episode cliffhangers is not resolved again until Epiphany. It's not touched again. It's not. There's no emotional catharsis for it. It's just we're in limbo until we get to Epiphany, and that's kind of the point. But the problem is that there are these fillers. Like, well, filler is an unfortunate word, and I'm sorry. They feel I don't think that any showrunners ever set out to do filler episodes to just fill time. But compared to the run up to this, it feels like the show goes into the netherworld until we get to Reprise, where he goes down to hell, and Epiphany.
See, I feel like the season like leading up to this is kind of I mean,
Really?
yeah, kind of like it's not terrible, but for me, this
You've
is
got
where the season gets exciting.
Darla,
You're about to prove me wrong,
Darla,
aren't you?
dear boy.
No,
I mean,
okay, no.
You have Guys Will Be Guys, and you have Shroud of Ramon.
There are some great individual episodes, but I just mean for me, this is where the season kicks up a gear and starts to get really interesting for me. But hang on, what comes after this?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I haven't watched Angel in a while. I apologize, but
That's okay. I would disagree. The Angel crew got their own stuff going on, and Angel needs to deal with his stuff right now. Yeah, but he doesn't until Reprise and Epiphany. There's the fire sequence, which is memorable. There's the dude. I love the dude who wants to fight with him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
For the Frozen in Time episode, the dude who freezes his girlfriend, who's having breakup sex with him.
See, I mean, that is awful, but I think that episode is kind of okay. I don't mind that episode. So, wait, so this isn't the Holtz season? Holtz doesn't appear in this season?
No, that's season 3.
Oh, for some reason I thought, okay, no, I was wrong.
Holtz
okay.
has had not even a cameo. His name was mentioned in the trial.
For some reason, I had it in my head that Holtz... No, but we have to have Connor before Holtz, right? Oh, no. Connor's born and then... I don't know. My brain is fuzzy.
No. So in Epiphany, he assaults Darla, which she's a vampire and seems into it, but still. And then no, that's in Reprise. And then in Epiphany, they do the like, oh my god, he's gonna lose his soul, and then he doesn't lose
Mhm.
his soul.
Okay.
It's just lightning and him having like chest
Yeah.
pains as though he's going to
Okay.
lose his soul.
I'm
And then
looking
you
at
have
the
the actual
episode.
Epiphany story.
I'm looking at the episode list here, and like for the rest of the season, and it's not so bad. But yeah, it's not what I thought it was. For some reason, I thought it was season 3. I don't know. I have no idea why. It's just been a while, I guess. Yeah, there's a gap. I forgot there was a gap. You're right, Sarah. But I mean,
4-episode doldrums. Redefinition
yeah,
is the burning episode, and that's kind of like all the pieces are sort of adjusting
yeah.
to the new, because the end of this episode changes the game. It's like, oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
what's going to happen? And so redefinition moves all the pieces into different positions,
Mm-hmm.
and they stay there
Right.
until Reprise and Epiphany.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And
And
that's where it
it's
gets good.
it's kind of like Buffy season 4. Like the thing to me that the Buffyverse does well is chemistry. Are the
Right.
interactions between the characters, the relationships, so on and so forth. And when
Yeah.
you break up the team, how interesting is Angel without the mirror? Without someone around, like just being dire.
Right.
You can say that he's Angelus, but he's not really, because Angelus is having more fun.
Yeah. Yeah. And
know.
Jealous is far more interesting
Yeah.
than Angel.
Dark Angel is a
Without a
cool
doubt.
event.
Yeah.
The event of him changing, but then there's no character to really
Yeah.
like sink your teeth
But-
into.
I love that stuff because of how dark it is. Though I do love it. It's
The
sinister.
event
And
at the end of this episode, like
Yeah.
from the beginning of the season to the end of this episode, is stunning, is phenomenal. But it just begins a run that I guess I find kind of boring. Reprise is
Okay.
great, Boris. Reprise is great. So Reprise and Epiphany is like, this feels like we had a cliffhanger at the end of the trial. Oh my god, she turned.
yeah.
And then we have a cliffhanger at the end of this. Oh my god, he fires everyone.
Yeah.
And then that we don't experience any emotional anything on that until Reprise and Epiphany.
Which is the episode where he sets them alight?
That's
Isn't that the
redefinition. That's the episode after this one with the moving piece.
Yeah. See,
Which is
I
a
like
cool
that.
sequence. What else happens in
Yeah.
that episode?
I have no idea. I don't. But see, like I've said before, how oftentimes a single scene can elevate an entire episode for me because I see it as all one meal. I don't
Yeah.
see it as
It's well.
courses. You know. I don't see it as.
I think that is sometimes true, but I also think that sometimes a single scene can't carry an episode. Like
Yeah, that's not necessarily what I'm saying though either. But yeah.
where the wild
I don't
things are. Behind Blue Eyes is stunning. All the exchanges between Anya and Spike are terrific. And it's where the wild things are. I'm not saying
Yeah.
redefinition is that. Sorry, I see that there's a lot of adding me in the comments. I'll read that in just a second. And I realized, like, whenever I express a negative commentary, unless it's Into the Woods, even when it's Into the Woods, people
Yeah.
tend to react.
I
I
don't
get
know.
it.
Maybe I'll feel differently as we go through it, but I just remember liking the tail end of this season, or well, the
Well,
rest of the
the
season
tail
here,
end
I guess.
is the Lorne stuff.
Well, oh yeah, I was just about to say that you don't like the Pylea arc, which I
like
do.
it fine.
That's not. You've told me that you don't like Pylea. You told
I
me
don't
that.
want to. I don't want to talk about it. I don't feel like I have
Okay.
any like.
Okay,
They're
yeah.
gonna be weird reviews. I may
mean-
do them all at once.
The only thing I have to say about it is I enjoy it, except it's the end of it's kind of I mean, it starts off strong and then it sort of falls away a bit by the end.
Yeah, they said. I mean, they set up an epic fantasy world that we actually can't
yeah,
stay in.
yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
it just sort of comes to the ending
And
that it comes to.
I don't know. The end of it feels a lot weaker than the beginning. But yeah, I like Dark Angel. I think it's cool and it's effective.
I like the specific events that lead to Dark Angel, but once he's Dark
Mhm.
Angel,
Really?
it's like
Okay.
when he gets interesting again is you're not gonna win. The second he says that line to Holland,
Mm.
and Holland says, "Of course not. We have no intention of doing anything so prosaic as winning." That unlocks
Yeah.
the
Oh, that's a
event
great
that began
sequence.
when he locks the lawyers in the
By the way, watch
room at the
this.
end of this episode.
Watch this. Ready?
Yeah.
He looks like he flew in, like Superman. What the hell? Like,
Well, and it's cool to think of a stuntman that's crouched out of frame
yeah,
under that actually did the jump.
yeah. But like, it looks like he flew in. That was a total like superhero landing. But yeah, that elevator scene is rad, Boris. I love that whole sequence.
I'm not saying there's no good stuff.
Okay.
It's just
I
like Buffy
mean,
season 4. When they break
yeah,
up the group, it's not that there's
yeah.
no good stuff. It's that it's just
Mm.
like it leads to what I don't
It's
watch the show for, you know.
yeah. It's just not clear enough in my mind for me to comment on it. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
This must have been so claustrophobic for Julie Benz. Like that is
Yeah.
awful. That was like one shot too, so
Yeah.
they didn't fake that. That would. Ugh. I'm gonna hate that.
Well, I wonder too if she was able to breathe a little bit with the
Mm,
cloth over her face,
yeah.
which was might have been the reason for it.
And this fight scene coming up is freaking amazing.
It is. It's surprisingly good and very
Yeah,
claustrophobic in this
yeah.
little area.
But it's well done and
And
it's exciting.
they do one of the super moves that every time it appears, it's only like in the show a handful of times, and I'm like,
Hmm.
why isn't that in every single fight?
I can't get it out of my mind that he's really just standing on a box and just like moving from side to side.
Oh,
Plus, I love Drew in this episode too.
well, yeah, she's great in every episode.
Yeah, that's true. So underused.
And where is it? I mean, there's a lot of cuts, but I think there it is. Super jump. Why is there not a super jump
See,
all the time?
it's often hinted that they can. Well, not often, but there's sometimes there's these little hints that they can fly or something, or at least
Well,
do.
I think it's just more. The last super jump I remember was in the fight with Hawkpire in
Mhm.
Somnambulist.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boris, there's going to be a fair amount of identity stuff with Darla.
Mm. Yeah. Mm.
It's easy if it's a template idea. It's not if it's seed of identity. Which, so we're going to have to get into my favorite conversation, Soul, yeah.
Super jump. Well, super fall, I guess.
Oh, yeah, Sanctuary was a super jump. I forgot that was a couple episodes after Somnambulist.
Oh, okay. I
I don't know if he's determined to let Drew live, Russell, but he did let Drew live in Sunnydale. He told Drew to get out of
yeah.
town and take Spike with, because
He
he felt
also,
guilty overturning her, the way he treated her as and jealous.
and a little bit later in the episode, he has an opportunity to kill Darla, but then he doesn't.
It's Russell. Thank you for the donation. It's okay.
So good,
I
buddy.
wasn't specifically addressing you with the soul comment. It's like it's the conversation that just will not go away in the Buffyverse, because I think it contradicts itself, whether you pick one opinion or the other. So we're here to talk, buddy. I was just teasing. Well, the bodies start piling up.
I agree. This makes no sense. It is foreshadowing. There's a lot of foreshadowing of Angel's.
The thing is,
Shall we say break?
When I was doing the Twitter conversation about this episode, at this point, we've had enough times of him going, "You're not going. You're not coming with. I'm going alone."
It becomes tiresome.
It never works out for him.
No, yeah, it's just
never a good thing.
Shut up. Like, you have a team. It's what they're there for. Shut up and let them work. Like,
when he went to the realtor's house in the beginning, "You're not coming with." Dude, just would you just stop?
Yeah.
At some point, it feels like
it's like
drama, not character.
Yeah.
Plot driven, not character driven.
It sort of reminds me of Connor being angsty and pissed off at everything. It's like, dude, shut up.
No, Boris, the script is finished. But no, I didn't go back and finish the tweet session.
Or it, like, reminds me of, like the Scoobies trying to prevent Dawn from seeing anything scary, even though she's the Slayer's sister. Like, come on. Like, whatever. Don't care. Don't care.
She has grown up with scary stuff.
Yeah.
Holland trying to encourage Lindsay to have healthy attachments is well meant, but doomed to fail because it's Lindsay. Lindsay definitely leans towards obsession with his relationships. Well, the other thing, too, is it guarantees.
I love that line, too.
Important point. Holland telling Lindsay to have healthy attachments and bring a date means that room full of lawyers was not a room full of just lawyers. There were innocent people in that room who maybe went on a date, like Lila got a date with some douchebag from the bar, you know, and you can say, well, he should maybe have better taste, even though, you know, Dark West is like, that's my jam. But that's not, he didn't just kill a room full of lawyers. That, I think that bit of him saying healthy attachments bring a date specifically highlights that some of the people that Drusilla and Darla kill in the sequence at the end, that Angel dooms to be murdered by locking the door, are innocents.
I mean, whether they're scumbag lawyers or not, they're still humans, right? They're still.
Also, I think you're going to appreciate the script, because the moral dilemma that I likened it to is the trolley the trolley question. It's the trolley problem.
Nice,
I mean, the only justification is he saves. He does a little bit of evil by letting the lawyers be killed, because they will do more evil in the world. So it's rail 1 or rail 2.
Like, a lot of them, well, most of them are just anonymous faces we don't really know. So we don't know if they're good or bad.
Right.
We really don't. Like,
it's a stenographer. How can you be an evil stenographer?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, being a lawyer doesn't make you inherently evil. But I mean, they're Wolfman Heart. I don't know.
Do you remember this stunt? The J turn.
The J turn. What?
I'm surprised this shot is still in the episode. Watch Cordy in the J turn.
Okay.
Look closely. So now she fakes. Now wait for the wide shot and look at Cordy.
What? What? That's a dummy.
Yeah.
What?
It's not just a dummy. It's a dummy.
What? Why?
You've got 3 stuntmen just staring forward, expressionless, and a dummy looking up in the air.
Oh my god, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen. What?
Also, I love that you can totally see all the skid marks from when they had previously shot the car, sharply turning around. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm very
cool.
surprised that there was no way to edit around that.
So this is confusing for me. 'Cause
Damn
she
it, Ian.
seemed-
I'm sorry, Lauren.
Yeah, it's kind of ruined it for me too. I'm never going to be able to unsee that. Never.
I saw that the first time I watched this episode.
Yeah, Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's impressive because I've seen this episode at least half a dozen times now. All up, like,
Well, the oh look, the stunt double phenomena is hyper distracting for me.
yeah,
Like,
that's
we
the
all
thing.
we all have our little hang-ups, and like the lunch lady in what's the one where it's the lunch lady and it cuts?
Yeah.
And it's clearly a guy
That's
in
earshot.
drag.
Earshot.
Earshot.
isn't it?
Yeah. Earshot.
Yeah. One thing about the fight scene in the nursery, and the thing I like about it is that I feel like the stunt doubles blend in really well in the shots, whereas I mean the Buffyverse in general, like the stunt doubles, at least to me, they stand out like sore thumbs.
Well, I think when you look through the seasons that occurred before Angel started, I agree with you. But it's essentially like the same cast and crew that accrued that experience.
Yeah.
The same showrunners that accrued the experience. And I think Buffy got better from this point on in terms of the the stunt double. Most of the egregious ones I think of are in those high school seasons.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. But
if anyone ever
Spike
deserved to
stunt
get
double.
eaten, it's this dude. Yeah, Sarah.
This makes no sense. Yeah, I was about to comment on that too. I find it strange that Darla seems pissed that Drew turned her. Then all of a sudden she was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Let's be bad again."
So
It's
my
weird to me.
headcanon is you remember in season 2 of Buffy, what's my line? Drusilla tortures Angel for what he did. Vampire Drusilla tortures Angel for murdering her family in front of her and turning her.
Right.
And my thought is like maybe the being resents the violence if it was done to them unwillingly. Angel was turned by Darla by sort of by choice.
Okay. Yeah.
But Drew, it was assault. I mean, it's always assault, but it was like a violent, horrific, terrible act. And Darla's turning was forced on her. And so maybe sort of when they return as vampires, they resent the crime that was done against them until they feed. It's until she feeds.
Well, to me, it seems like, but it leaves her and then she feeds. Like, to me, that's what it is.
The other thing too is
you could make the argument it was the hunger that made the feed.
The Lady Eternal pointed out that Darla died as a prostitute, I think it was, and sort of like her operating principle was to take care of Angel, to feed Angel. She was like she set up games for him and things for him to do, and I think that in that scene where Drew is suffering and sort of said she was lonely and missed her and whatever, it triggers that whole caretaker sense in Darla to sort of take care of her and but I mean you have the competing forces of the demon inside of her and her old personality anyway.
I mean,
sorting themselves out.
I just headcanon it by saying, okay, it's a soul residue. It's taking a while for the soul to completely leave or something. But yeah, I just found it odd that she woke up and wasn't just like, cool, let's go do bad shit.
But I think that scene, I think I originally kind of felt the same way. But thinking about all of the other connections and turns and like Drew torturing Angel for turning her when you would think a vampire would be happy to be turned,
Yeah.
and all of that.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
It's a precedent, is all I'm saying. It's a precedent.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't disagree. Um. But yeah, I don't know. To me, it's almost like when she sees the guy, it seems like something changes in her mind before she bites him rather than afterwards. But you could also say that it was the hunger. She was just
Yeah, it
hungry
could
and then
be.
bit him, and then, yeah. I love that.
That's a good swing.
It's cheesy, but
Yeah.
I love it.
The familial shopping trip. Yeah.
Holland Manners is so good.
Yeah.
The,
And on
like
Lost, so likable.
he's almost, I'd call him captivating. His performances are so good.
Yeah, it's too bad
Mm.
you don't qualify.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, yet I just can't.
Ah!
God, this episode's so good.
It's incredible. It
I'm
really is like
ringing.
top tier. This is top tier Buffyverse.
I'm ringing.
Wait, is this their meeting?
Yeah, this is the
Lauren.
first time they met.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
See,
And
that's the
then
problem for me watching these like once a month, I guess.
every other
Like,
week.
yeah, like I forget. Because
Angelus
after this,
acted,
we go back to Buffy, and yeah.
Angelus acted very similar the first time he woke until he killed the cemetery caregiver. Well, he didn't. The thing is, he didn't react with anger at Darla. Darla, he asked Darla to show him her world. Now, granted, he didn't know what he was getting into.
Mm.
Why Southern exposure?
Is that a California thing? I don't know.
Doesn't the sun rise in the east and set in the west?
Maybe California. I have no idea.
Maybe in Southern exposure you'd have, I don't know.
It's nice to see Kate not being a dick. For one.
Yeah. This is one of the most refreshing Kate appearances this season, other than the Courtyard and Epiphany.
Her pig-headedness before all of this is just kind of annoying. I mean, she lost her dad and whatnot, but it's like it wasn't Angel, and you know it wasn't. Like, Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, Xander would like a word.
Yeah, I know. Okay, let's not open that can of worms.
I'll call on you during the hangout. So,
you son of a bitch, you will.
Yeah, so I think there's another Tim Minear episode, and every Tim
Yeah,
Minear episode this season is a banger.
Yeah,
I think every one of them is a banger.
such a talented writer. My God. See, I like having her in this scene because it makes the Drew and Darla's entrance so much more.
Yeah,
more
they have to deal with the idea of the entrance and how they got into the Holland's house. The other thing too is I sort of think like, would the head of Wolfram and Hart Special Projects have a little better security?
Yeah.
than this.
They would have like, no protection spells and vampire alarms and whatnot. This whole scene,
Here they come,
this scene is so good, Ian. My God,
looking good
like
gravy.
wow,
Yeah.
wow,
We'll just say the outfits pop.
yeah. But that was an interesting choice of words, Ian. Pop. Never mind. Sorry.
No, bail out, buddy.
Yeah, I know. Just no.
Man, the vamp face turns in this season are noticeably a cut above. You
Yeah,
can see the blue screen at the beginning of that shot when the zoom starts,
yeah.
but it still looks way better than
Mm.
some of the previous ones. Yeah, Tim Minear's great. And I say that not just to pander, but maybe a little to pander. I mean, if I'm honest.
Save that sort of talk for our podcast, Jackie boy. Yeah, I will. I will. It's not appropriate, Ian. You should have told me it's not appropriate. Oh wait, you kind of did.
This is a family show.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's the mirror motif the whole season. Only this time,
I love this.
there's no family around Angel to show him who he is.
That's a cool shot. Like some might say
Yeah.
it's silly, but I think it's a cool shot.
Hey Joe, welcome. I love this. I was thinking about her going up to Lindsay and saying like, "Why aren't you afraid?" And he says, "I don't know."
I
And
love Lindsay.
I love it. I wish that there was more of it. I wish that there was more later on down the line. But what I think of is Angel's cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Death doesn't bother him because there's nothing in life he wants.
Yeah.
It's our desires that make us
Yeah,
human.
right.
And sort of like giving in to having everything except choice, except ethical choice, except your morality, means that nothing matters anymore. Like Lindsay is, I think that shows Lindsay sort of lost.
Yeah, I think like I read it as he just accepted his fate. He's like, you know what? I'm probably gonna die. There's nothing I can do. I can't run. I can't fight. Screw it.
Yeah, but he clearly doesn't value his own life in the moment either.
Right.
And he may think that she's not going to turn him.
But he does says he says I care. I just don't mind.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's so interesting. I wish that we got more of it.
There's something so threatening about that scene though. Like Julie Benz and Juliet Landau, like they're so good in that scene. Like
It's
there's this
the
real
first scene where Holland doesn't seem in charge.
right.
They do a great job of taking his power away right away.
And it's
Mommy
so,
doesn't settle for the double speak.
It's so threatening and scary, dude. Like genuinely scary.
Well, I mean, Holland has had the power the whole season. Holland has terrified everybody. To see that character afraid,
yeah,
is
that's
just,
probably a part of it. Yeah,
it's good.
But it's almost like you can feel the tension through the screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's. I think this whole episode does like tension and suspense really well. Like we had the urgency of Angel trying to get to Darla before she wakes up, and
after slaving over this for a month, it's fun watching it for fun. That's something I really enjoy. And actually, I'm looking forward to that going forward, is watching future episodes just for the fun of it.
Yeah, having fun, yeah.
I have not been able to watch Buffy and Angel for fun in a long time. And now that we've passed where I am, you and I can just, and you and I and everyone watching can just have a good time.
Well, I can kind of relate to that because, like, I watched this last night to write notes and take notes and hang out, and that's not as fun to me as just hanging out with you and watching and enjoying it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we do this as work.
Yeah.
Yeah. but we choose to because we love it. But nonetheless,
Yeah.
work is work.
Yeah, of course. It's
Uh,
I mean, it's work, but it's not
yeah,
work.
exactly.
It's like, I mean, I get up at 5 a.m. for these because I want to, because I enjoy it. You know,
Yeah,
it's so good.
yeah.
Yeah, this whole episode just does suspense and just fear and horror so well. Like the
Have you
whole
seen
episode,
Edward?
really.
Have you seen Ed Wood?
No, I haven't.
Her dad plays Bella Lugosi in Ed
Oh,
Wood, and he
okay.
is spectacular.
Hmm.
And I need to start cutting some of his
Wait,
dialogue from Ed Wood and
who's that?
Drew. What's
Juliet Landau.
Juliet? Yeah, Martin
Yeah,
Landau
yeah, Martin Landau. Yeah, yeah.
plays Bela Lugosi in Ed Wood, and he
Okay.
is. I think he won an Academy Award for it. He is so funny, and
Wow.
he plays Ed Wood Bela Lugosi at the end of his life.
Hmm.
And a few cuts to Martin Landau from that would be
Yeah, would
pretty.
be good.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh, I love this. Oh, Christian Kane, you are a phenomenal actor. My God.
Yeah, I remember Juliet Landau in Ed Wood. Yeah, I forgot Juliet Landau's in Ed Wood as well.
Oh, is she okay?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it to
She
be honest.
plays an actress uh, who Ed Wood thinks has money
Hmm.
and recruits to pay for the production.
Okay.
You don't know anything about Ed Wood?
Oh, like
That
I
should be
know
on
the
our.
title. That's it. I
Yeah,
thought, isn't Johnny Depp in it?
yeah. He plays Ed Wood.
Okay. Okay. Well, I know that. That's all I know.
It's Tim Burton had a period where he was making incredible film after incredible film. I mean,
Hmm.
Edward Scissorhands and the first
Yeah.
Batman,
Beetlejuice.
and yeah, Beetlejuice,
Yeah.
and Ed Wood was from that run.
Okay.
So if the powers didn't want him to be here, would the lawyers not have died anyway? We don't know. He
Yeah.
shuts the door and locks it. Someone would have escaped. Maybe.
It's the angel beast. I love how too when he closes the door, Drew's like, "Daddy." It's so good,
Yeah.
dude. Oh, there's so much going on in this scene, dude. It's
He's so sick.
oh, the look on Holland's face. It's so good, dude.
Then the guy in the background. I don't even really work here.
Oh.
I just met this girl at the bar last night. Daddy.
Daddy.
Love
Oh,
the music.
so much going on here, dude. Oh.
I just noticed that Lindsay is smirking.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah.
see that. See, I think part of Lindsay too is like he's into Darla, so I think
Well,
he
for
kind of
sure.
wants to
For
be
sure.
bitten.
I think that
Kind of.
was my initial interpretation of the scene, but
Mm. Oh, there's so much more to it. Though. There's many layers. I think. So Holland's dead, and we don't get to see him again until the whatever episode that is.
I can't help but noticing how hairless his chest is.
What is it with you and hairless
I have
men?
no idea. It's very distracting. Button that top button, please. We all have hang-ups, Jack.
No, that's fine, buddy. Hey, no judgment here. None whatsoever. Nothing but love and acceptance, Ian.
I do. I love the contrast of him shutting the door. Dead silence.
Mm,
That last scene, there's screams and music and all of this, and this like is arguably a big old game-changing cliffhanger too.
yeah.
And dead silence. It's so harrowing.
I love that episode so much. That's top tier
Yeah. Oh yeah.
but
It's.
it's incredible.
I mean, I love the finale. I love Hole in the World. God, there's so much good
Mm.
stuff in 5. It's funny. I just said that I think 3
Yeah.
trumps 5, but it's because 3 is fresh
I'm
in my mind. If I watch
I
5,
I definitely know that season 6 is my favorite Buffy season, but Angel, I'm not entirely sure. I haven't watched it enough.
or
I've seen.
2 trumps 5, but 2 is fresh in my mind, rather.
I think I've only done like 2 like full watch throughs of Angel, maybe 3. So I need to do more.
Well, and I just love I love the way the mirror stuff foreshadowed everything. So him sort of being reflected, the cop looking up, looking at the empty mirror, and then the camera cutting to him, and he's not there because he's lost the family. They're not with him. He doesn't have. You're reflected in the people around you. He doesn't have a reflection anymore. He's losing himself.
Right.
And in
Okay,
that
yeah.
cold open of the very first episode of the season, they go into the gym. Angel and company walk up to the mirror, and he knows where he is because he's standing in the center of Team Angel, and they
Yeah.
are surrounding him. And he walks up and breaks the mirror. He just broke the mirror. He just fired everyone and shattered the mirror.
Oh, okay, okay,
As-
clever. I
And,
like that.
and that's the way that visual in that cold open foreshadowed this little bit, which I think is so much fun, so terrific. But there's so many mirror references peppered throughout, an unusual amount of them in this that it is definitely, it's definitely deliberate. But that's there's so many good details like this.
Absolutely.
All right, friends. Well, we appreciate you. So Jack, when we're starting on the hour this time because there's no
Yeah.
episode guide to watch.
Yeah, so we'll see you in 1 hour and 1 minute to be exact.
All right. Yeah, and so I guess I'll just post the link to join the meeting for patrons on Patreon at 10 till. And then I'll just take all of us live
Yep. We'll gather in and
at the time of. So, hope to see you in it. Hope you enjoyed the rewatch. Hope you enjoyed watching the episode with us. And we will see you in an hour.
thanks, friends.
Bye.